In the beginning, Lee Do-ha and Chae-mika are having a severe fight because there is another woman in his life. That fight makes the timer in Chae's arm start the countdown, and we see she has 91 days of life available. The next day, both of them are in a bad mood, but they soon meet again because Lee needs someone to drive him to the airport to pick up his brother Yoon. Chae drives him and they meet with Yoon, who is a pleasant personality and kind of bridges the gap between them by sharing stories from Lee's childhood and saying that he might seem like a cruel man, but he's actually a nice person. The next day, Chae drives Lee to a family meeting where it becomes apparent that everybody expects him to plan his marriage with manager B. B really wants him, but she also understands that Lee has feelings for Chae. That's why she gets some alone time with Chae the next day and tries to bribe her with gifts, telling her to not tempt her future husband. Later, Lee visits his friend Song Bin, who is a doctor, to talk to him about his feelings. In the meantime, Chae walks around the hospital and is able to notice the timer on a man's arm. This man's timer fluctuates between 54 days and 6 minutes, which makes Chae understand that something is about to happen. The man bursts into Song Bin's office and is pretty unhappy with his services because Song Bin didn't prescribe him some pills he wanted and he thinks that ruined his life. The man takes a knife out and presses it against Song's throat. Chae walks in the office behind him and tries to talk some sense into him before he dies, but to no avail. The man tries to attack her and Lee jumps on the knife's way, taking the hit. When he feels better, Chae tells him the truth about the timers she can see on people's arms. She also tells him that she has been using him to stay alive because her timer stops when she is with them. The episode ends with Lee kissing her and Chae's timer adding up some valuable life minutes in her remaining 87 days. They break up their kiss and Chae tells him she wants to take him on a date, guiding him through various hospital sites. She sees an old man begging to taste some chocolate and she helps him get it because the man has only 1.5 days left to live. She then tells Lee that this is how dates are going to look with her, because she often wants to help people get their last wish. The next day, Lee tells his assistant, Park Jin, to check on the old man that Chae told them about. Later on, Lee tells B that they should cancel the wedding because he likes someone else, but B tells him to not tell anything to their parents and adds that she will wait for him, just like she has done till now. She knows he never really loved her. When Lee meets with Jin again, he tells him that the old man died. Lee tells Chae that he believes her and asks her how much time he has, but Chae can't see his time. Lee invites her to stay with him so they can keep her clock stopped, and Chae accepts. They sleep under the same roof, but they don't get intimate with each other. By the end of the episode, Chae takes Lee to have a barbecue with her friend Miss O and her partner. While Chae talks about how she learnt to live with her ability to see the timers, it is revealed that Miss O can also see the timers, and Lee is left with 61 years of life as opposed to Chae's 86 days. The next morning, Chae wakes up and realizes she has earned 8 hours of life and wonders if that happened because she spent some time and came in physical contact with Lee. Meanwhile, B makes some bold moves and tries to ruin one of Lee's partnerships while she tries to sabotage Chae's audition to a musical by talking to the director and telling him she can bring him a star actor to perform. Furthermore, she tries to bribe Chae's mother to convince her daughter to stay away from Lee, while B herself invites Chae to have a talk with her and blames her for all her miseries. Chae is intimidated, but none of that seems to concern Lee, who takes Chae by the hand and refuses to let her go. Everything goes smoothly till the day of the distribution of the roles for the audition. Director Joe tells everyone to take a break before he announces who is going to be the lead actor, and Chae takes a walk with Lee. They stumble upon a woman who makes Lee freeze, and Chae's timer starts the countdown again. The woman's name is June. She has been invited by B to play the lead role of the musical. Lee is initially irritated by her presence, but when Chae drives him home, her timer has stabilized as Lee's emotions have calmed down. B and Chae have yet another meeting where B tells her that June was Lee's first love, and she broke his heart, a fact that will never allow Lee to get over her. When Chae returns home, her clock starts counting down once more, but that's not the only surprise that is awaiting for her. She stumbles upon Yoon and sees his timer on his shoulder, noticing that he only has 29 days of life remaining. Indeed, Yoon visits the hospital and his doctor tells him he has a maximum of 6 months left to live because his illness is progressing rapidly. Yoon meets with Chae and tells her that she was right to worry about him, furthermore asking her to not say anything to anybody. A flashback shows us the first time Chae noticed the clock on her wrist and how awfully that made her feel. After consulting with her friend Miss O, Che decides to tell Lee about it. Lee, being in shock and in fear of losing his younger brother, who is the only member of his family that he is close with. Lee asks his friends to find an expert doctor who can cure Yoon's illness, but Song Bin says there is nothing they can do now. Lee also asks Che to stop his brother's clock and save him, but Che says the only thing they could do is spend quality time with Yoon, all the time they can get. Lee follows her advice and they cook breakfast for Yoon the next morning, so they can all sit together and eat. The two brothers say they should arrange to go on a trip and have some fun because it's been a long time since the last time they did. Yoon wants to make peace with his family and he sets up a family dinner, which goes sideways when he asks them to take a family picture together. His father says he has been gone for such a long time that he has lost his right to demand anything from him. Yoon spends some more time with Lee, Che, and their friends, and he tries to enjoy every second of his life. That same night, Lee and Yoon sleep on the same bed, and Lee says he has always wanted to do this because their father kept them in separate rooms when they were kids. Yoon tells Lee to not keep a grudge on their father and neither their older brother. Within a few moments, Yoon passes away and his family makes his wish come true and they take a family picture, even though Yoon is not among them. After Yoon's death, they are trying to get back to their normal life. She calls for Lee to come downstairs or they are going to be late, but when she sees him, she has to fix his messy shirt. When she puts her arms around his neck, she is able to see both of their timers, Lee's timer on his neck and her own timer on her wrist. While she narrates that she promised Yoon to take care of Lee, she notices their timers counting in reverse relation to each other, and Lee's lifetime decreasing while her own lifetime increases. Che is in a hurry to drive Lee to work because she doesn't want to steal more of his lifetime. When she finds a moment alone, she sees her timer has stopped and sends a text message to Lee, saying that her mother has missed her and she is going to stay with her and her brother for a few days. Right next, Lee has a short meal with June and asks her why she left him and disappeared 5 years ago, but June says she is not ready to tell him yet, and she will do so when the time is right. While Che actually stays at her friend's place, she gets a surprise visit from her mother and brother and learns that her mother has been bribed by B. B also invites Che and June for an awkward breakfast and tells them that each one of them represents a time period from Lee's life. June is his past, Che is his present, and B is his future because she is going to be his wife. Che says the wedding ring is going to look good on her hand, but she loves every single second that she spends with Lee and doesn't regret being with him. When Che gets up and leaves, B tells June that she knows about her past and why she left Lee 5 years ago, which makes June quite worried. Having changed her mind, Che returns at Lee's home and prepares some coffee for them, saying that they should use their afternoon today to go on a date. They go out for a walk and then they return home to watch a thriller movie, which brings them closer together, resulting in them kissing. Lee falls asleep on Che's knees, and when she saw him, she feels sorry for loving Lee so much, obviously because she is afraid of hurting him. The next day, Lee going to the company and learning that Che has resigned, he takes her outside to have a talk with her, and Che is distant towards him, telling him that she stopped loving him and feels nothing for him. Lee asks Che Mika what happened and her behavior changed out of a sudden, but she won't give away any further information. In the meantime, Director Joe calls for an emergency meeting and announces that June has to resign from the musical because she is facing an issue with her throat. June and Lee have a moment to talk and they get some closure for the past since June reveals that Lee's father was the one who scared her away from Lee 5 years ago. Che pays a visit to Miss O, who is spending some time with her partner Professor Park, and sees that there are only 2 days left for him. When Park gives them some space, Che tells Miss O that she broke up with Lee, and Miss O tells her she wants her to be happy, so she should go back and be with him. Lee meets with Song Hai and tells her everything that happened with Che, but Song Hai can't help him. However, she asks Che about it and Che tells her the truth, that Lee's time transfers to her time. Song Hai talks with Secretary Jean, who asks her for some information on Che, and tells him Che actually likes Lee, but she left because she couldn't tolerate B's behavior anymore. Jean transfers those words to Lee and motivates him to speak to Che. Lee does so, but Che lies to him by saying that she only loved him for his money and came up with a story about the timer so she could be near him. The next day, Professor Park passes away, and Che pays her condolences to Miss O at the funeral. Lee also joins them, and Miss O says she's invited him because he knew Professor Park from that day at the barbecue. Lee and Che get a moment alone, and he tells her that he doesn't believe she doesn't like him. Che lies to him once more by saying that her time runs faster when she is near him, and that's why they have to keep their distances. Che telling him to let her go, but Lee grabs her hand and can't bear to give up on her. Che begs him to let go and walks away. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thanks for watching.